So tomorrow at 8:15 in the morning, we will be seeing the fourth El Clasico of this year. And now this will quite literally just determine who will win the La Liga this season. Both teams knocked out of the Champions League. Both teams have really good young core. Both teams are great. But let's talk about the previous El Clasicos to determine who will win. Seeing that first El Clasico that happened, 4-0 Barcelona win. That was a very big embarrassment for Madrid and Madrid fans, Madrid players, Madrid staffs, even their manager. That was something Madrid would never want to ever happen again. Second El Clasico, it ended 5-2. That was the Super Cup final. That was also not so. No one would want to lose a final against your rivals 5-2. To add on, they had the lead. It was 1-0. All of a sudden, 4 goals were immediately scored by Barcelona. And the most recent El Clasico was the Copa del Rey final, April 25th. That was really, we could say that was unfair because the refs were probably more on Barcelona's side than Madrid's side. At the same time, Madrid had many mistakes too. And the Copa del Rey final was won by Barcelona, 3-2. And that was a pretty good game, to say the least. But tomorrow's El Clasico, as we see from 4-0 to 5-2 to 3-2, Madrid were getting closer and closer to winning, as they started from 0 goals to 2 goals to 3 goals, and losing by 1 goal. But doesn't mean that that doesn't determine that they're gonna win the next El Clasico. Because Barcelona, as it's obvious, they won all 3 of El Clasicos, and so we can see that they have a higher chance of winning. Seeing that they have won all 3, or they're getting closer to winning. Who will win? That's one question. Both teams have similarities. They really got knocked out in not such a good way. As Barcelona got farther, Madrid also kind of came from the playoffs. They had to come from the playoffs to come into the Champions League. That wasn't such a good start to the Champions League. But then Barcelona, they came second in the Champions League, just behind Liverpool. That's one thing to think about. The table right now, as we see that Barcelona have 79 points in La Liga right now. Madrid, just right behind at second place with 75 points. Doesn't seem like Madrid can't pull it off a win and get first place. As we've also seen that Barcelona had a 6-point lead on the first El Clasico. They had a 6-point lead. Then Madrid came back and they had 6 or 7-point lead against Barcelona. Now it's a 4-point lead. Anything can happen. Madrid came back from a 6-point lead. Plus, they had to deal with trying to beat Atletico, as Atletico at a specific point were at the top. And Barcelona also came back from that 6 or 7 points. And now they're up by 4 points. Anything can happen in this. Either this could quite literally say who wins it, or another odd that can happen. We've seen teams like Barcelona lose to small clubs, draw with small clubs. Something we've seen Madrid do. They draw with small clubs, or even big clubs. And in this case, that can also happen. Atletico, it's not like Atletico are not out of this race. It's not like they're too far behind. They're third place. Other small teams, like pretty much not that long ago, we saw Madrid lose 2-1 to Valencia. Team that's going to get relegated. They lost 2-1 to Valencia. We saw Real Madrid, we saw Barcelona draw with Real Betis. Real Betis aren't a big team at all. We saw them lose 1-0 against Real Sociedad. That's something we need to look at. It's not like they're going to win the La Liga. It's not like they're really into this race. There's no other team that can actually stop them from winning. No, a bunch of teams can stop them. Teams in La Liga can stop them. But back to the El Clasico. Whoever wins this quite literally determines who will win La Liga. What we're seeing at the goalkeeper position, you have Szczęsny and Courtois. It seems like Courtois is a better goalkeeper. But also thinking on the attackers, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and Lewandowski. It's not like they're out of this. They're there and they're ready to win. They want to win. They lost their chance of winning the treble, so to redeem themselves, they win La Liga. Real Madrid also completely lost their chance of winning a treble, but still can win La Liga too. That could really bring them up. That could really bring up their spirit and rise it up if they win this El Clasico. Because it seems like it has not been that good for them. Champions League, they got knocked out. Super Cup, they lost against their rivals. And again, Copa del Rey final, they lost against their rivals. It would be horrible for them to lose against them in the La Liga. That would be horrible for them. Something else to see. They would also boost up their momentum if they win against Real Madrid. No, if they win against Barcelona. As Barcelona has won against them 3 times. A 4th wouldn't be so good. As we see, we want what fans want from both teams is a win. But really matters is whoever can pull off the win. This game is important. It's true. It's important. But speaking of how both teams any team could pull off the win tomorrow's game, but might not pull off the La Liga win. As we can say, Madrid could win, but then they would lose to another club, and then Barcelona keep on going, and they keep on winning, and then they win La Liga. Because Real Madrid lost that game straight after Barcelona. Straight after they won against Barcelona, they lost against another team, and that could really just ruin it all, and Barcelona wins it. Or Barcelona could win for the 4th time, and then they lose to another team, or 2 teams, because they win, they'll have a huge lead. They'll have a pretty much like 6, 7, 8 point lead against Real Madrid, but then lose 1 or 2 games, and then Madrid can pull off the win. Or what could happen is Madrid and Barcelona won't win it, and Atletico can come to win it. Or a different team can come to win it. Anything can happen. But what their main focus is, who will win tomorrow? Whoever wins tomorrow, it will be a big game. It's an important game. Whoever wins tomorrow practically has the biggest chance of winning La Liga. Whoever wins tomorrow steals the team from opponents. And let's not forget, this is El Clasico. They are rivals. It's a rival team. It's rival team. Imagine a rivalry so bad, it's even worse than the derbies. That's worse than your own derby. Cause tell me really, which one's a worse rivalry? Barcelona Madrid or Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid? Which one? Which one's worse? Tell me in the comment section your opinion. And I'm Joshua, and this is my topic, what I think. I think Barcelona have a bigger chance of winning it. So I will say that Barcelona will draw with Real Madrid 2-2. Because Real Madrid are not going to be backing down on this. And that's the end of the video. Bye.